What's up guys, welcome back to Destiny Updates. We've got a quick update for you today going over some interesting job listings on the Bungie.net career page. Now the first two listings aren't actually new, I just never noticed them before and they're pretty interesting. These two are Player Investment Designer and Economy Designer. And then the third one, which is new and quite interesting, is Raid Designer. Now let's just start with the Player Investment Designer. The description of the job is, a player investment designer develops a robust and rewarding path for the gamer to follow. You will design consistent, rich, and secure rewards that drive player behavior toward having fun and investing in their experience. You will then validate those systems through intense simulation, testing, and iteration. So the role of player investment designer is fairly self-explanatory just by the title alone. Basically someone who designs things to get you invested in your character. Things such as achievements and in-game rewards like weapons, gear, clothing, vehicles, ranks and titles, and other incentives. Basically just all the things that get you invested and attached to your character. Now obviously Bungie already has people working on this element of the game, but the fact that they want to hire a dedicated person just for this one aspect shows that it's extremely important to them, and they definitely want you to feel attached and connected to your character. Now onto the next listing, which is Economy Designer. It says, the Economy Designer at Bungie will develop a robust and rewarding game economy that drives player behavior toward intended goals, and validate those systems through intense simulation, testing, and iteration. You'll design the systems and mechanics which drive in-game trade, satisfying the player's need for possession and wealth, whilst ensuring rewards retain their intended value despite attempts to exploit or grief the system. So the economy designer's job is to make sure the in-game economy works properly, ensuring that trade works properly and that items are properly valued. So again, the fact that there's a dedicated listing for someone in this field means they really care a lot about the trade and economic factor in Destiny. So I definitely think that trading with your fellow Guardians will be a big aspect of the social element of the game. Now for the final listing, saving the best for last, we have Raid Designer. Now real quick, for those of you who may not be familiar with the MMO term, raid generally means a large group of players getting together to cooperatively take down some sort of large boss. Like a whole bunch of people getting together to raid a dungeon, kill the boss, and take the loot. Now the description says, as raid designer, you will work with designers, artists, engineers, and producers to create memorable bond-building encounters that players will scour YouTube to defeat. Now under the responsibilities for Raid Designer, it says, build challenging, cooperative gameplay experiences, work with environment artists to create spaces that meet experience goals, and work with the design lead to shape gameplay themes for an encounter suite. Now under the required skills for the job, there's a couple interesting ones to point out. The first one is expert understanding of and experience playing highly challenging cooperative experiences. And the second one is max level character with significant endgame player versus environment experience in a popular online game. Now I find it quite interesting that they would list having a max level character in an online game as a requirement for the job. They definitely want someone with a lot of experience in traditional MMOs and endgame style content. If you don't know, endgame is another MMO term, and it's basically the content that becomes available in an MMO after your character has reached max rank. Now, I'm not the most experienced person with MMOs myself, but I believe raids are traditionally part of the endgame content. Now, I wouldn't say this guarantees that Destiny will have endgame content that's locked until max level, as they've said time and time again that they want Destiny to be fun and accessible to all, no matter how much time or experience you have in the game. I think they may just want someone who's experienced with the more traditional MMO, so that they can apply some of that to Destiny, not necessarily copy it. I definitely think we'll be able to do raids at low levels, and I wouldn't worry too much about level locked stuff, at least in terms of core features and elements of the game. I mean, I'm sure things like weapons and gear will be level locked to some extent, especially the more special ones, but I wouldn't worry about core features having that problem. And again, they're of course already working on all of these things, but the fact that they want to hire a dedicated person to work on this more thoroughly rather than just having some multiplayer designer do it, shows that it's definitely a very important feature for them. Now, I don't know about you, but all this talk of raids and player investment and economy and trading, it's just making it feel more and more like an MMO. And I know they've said multiple times that it's not an MMO, but it always feels like they say it in a sort of sarcastic sense. I would really love to get a concrete answer already, but we'll probably have to wait till E3. So anyways, that's it for the 3 job listings. I hope you found the video interesting. I need to give a big thanks to Spider, a regular viewer here on the channel, for letting me know about this new raid listing before anybody else had even mentioned it. Thanks a lot, dude, I really appreciate it. Now another thing real quick, if you didn't already know, Chris from Halo 4 and Halo 5 follower actually brought me on the channel as a special guest in one of his latest videos, so make sure you go check that out. I'll leave an annotation on screen now and a link in the description below. My channel is heavily inspired by him, and to be honest, I don't think I would even be doing this if he hadn't shown that there was such a demand for this type of video breakdown news. So to be brought on as a guest to his channel like that is really a huge honor, and just, it's amazing that he was actually willing to have me on like that. And if you somehow are a Halo fan and aren't subscribed to him, then you definitely should be. He was by far the best source of Halo 4 news back in the day, and now he's doing Halo 5 on his new channel, Halo 5 Follower, and he's also doing Xbox 720 news as well, so definitely make sure you go over there and subscribe if you aren't already. Anyways, that's it for this update. Thank you so much for watching. If I wasn't quite as excited in this video, or the video isn't quite as good as normal, then I'm really sorry. It's because I'm really tired and it's quite late, and I've just been extremely busy on the channel here and just haven't had much time at all. Especially making that Destinations of Destiny video, a lot of work went into that, and I've also got another Destiny news video planned that should be out in like a day, and so I've just been crazy busy. It's been really hectic, so I apologize for that. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the latest Destiny news, and I'll see you in the next update.